to an event. It was on a Sunday, and it was supposed to rain, like, y'all. It was supposed to be like tornadoes. And I was like, I'm going to the event. It's like, we done went from me crying, shivering, can't do the event, calling I'm sick, to I'm going in the rain and the tornado. So I was like, okay, cool. I'm going to church. Then I'm going to the event, right? So I get my books, and let me tell y'all something about Xavia Bree Alloway. I hate rain when it means I'm in it. I love the rain when I'm in my house. I ain't gotta go nowhere. I'm reading a book, just taking a nap, all that. If I have to step my foot out that door when it's raining, I hate it. I hate it. Y'all, I had my boxes packed up, baby. I had pulled over and I was like, oh, they got a little awning over here. I'm gonna pull under the awning and get my books out. I go over there. Somebody parked under the awning. I pull the car up, get out the car. I'm under the awning like this much. Get my books out and sit them on the ground and go park the car and walk back up there. So I walk up there. Some guy finally comes. The door was locked. The guy finally comes. He's like, no, you at the wrong building. I had to get all the stuff and put it back in the car in the pouring rain. And I had my shoes. I had got water in my shoe. Like a little water in my shoe. And y'all know that feeling when your sock get wet? I was like, this is, I don't know why, but I was still in good spirits. But I was mad about my sock getting wet. So I was like, okay, so I gotta do this again in the rain. At this point, I had a blazer. I had brought a blazer, and I was like, I might wear my blazer today. Y'all, the blazer I had, I was using it to cover my head. It was soaked, like dripping wet. So, go over to the spot, it was like next door to the church where I had pulled up in, and they didn't have an awning. And so I pulled up to the door, pulled my two boxes out, get RP out. Then gotta go park the car and walk through the rain again to get inside the building. I just took my blazer, it was soaking wet, I hung it on the back of my chair somewhere and went and set up my table, and I was over there chilling. When I say chilling, and I was like, well, she was like, I'm so sorry, it was pouring down raining. If y'all don't want to come, y'all ain't gotta come. We will pay, let y'all come the next one for free, da 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 da. I was like, I'm here, and I'm gonna be here the whole time. We got there, the people got out of church, was walking, so the song still came. I was like, thank y'all for coming out, through the rain, and y'all really wasn't the elements to come up in here. Like there never was a tornado warning, but they said there was a possibility for tornadoes or whatever. And it wasn't that many of us there. It was maybe like six of the people had actually decided to come anyway. And one of them was a girl next to me that gave me the bags, right? And so she was having a really good day. I was like, I think I sold one book. And then I gave a lady a book because she gave RP some bracelets. And I was like, she said she had run out of money. And so she had gave RP some bracelets. And so I was like, oh, you gave her bracelets? No, I just gave her a book. And so, and she was like, oh, but I want to buy your book. I was like, you can buy the other one when I come back next month. So I got more than one book. And so, it was a little girl there that needed surgery. She was like raising money. It was a boy that selling shirts. I had never seen him before. And he was doing like custom sweatshirts and stuff. And then we was only two people selling books. And then it was one lady that was selling like nursing, what's the thing it's called, like the badge thing. And then like cups and shirts, anything with nursing. And then she did some school stuff. And there was another lady that was doing purses and bracelets. And then there was another girl that was doing like circuit stuff, like, you put the labels and make all the things with the characters and stuff. And then there was a lady that was making fresh lemonade. And then some people came from the church and they was giving out key lime cake for free. And I don't know what was going on with the food, but it was somebody over there with food. And I know if they was selling it or what, but they was one of the people that was, I think, one of the vendors, but they didn't come till later. So she was like, well, you know, since it's raining outside, blah, 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 we just gonna go around, introduce ourselves, say what you do, say, are you online, what you sell, all this stuff. So we did all that, and then all the people that came through, it wasn't that many people that came through, but you still have really rich conversations. And when you have those conversations, you realize why you're doing what you're doing. And I also had my crochet stuff out, so I talked to some people and it was like they crochet. Somebody had asked me advice on like how to finish something they had started, and so I had talked to them. And then all those people I can ask if they want to advertise in my daughter's gymnastics place, because we do like banners, like you can do like a sponsor banner on the wall for the year. If they need advertising, because just because I ain't got no money, that the Lord's money that He has for me hasn't made it to my bank account yet, doesn't mean other people don't. Like, you have people at those events that are actually making like a lot of money, like have jobs and they can fund their stuff. Like, I'm like, okay, if we make some sales, I can buy some more books. Like, I'm like begging and borrowing and, you know, move stuff around, try to make stuff shake. And so I try to keep an open mind, even if it's a slow event. I got a month free out of that because I came during the rain, right? Came during the rain, so she gave us another day we could come. I still met some people. I connected with some of the people who were there, so I know they'll be there again next month. So when my anxiety will be down, because I know some people who are going to be already in the building. And then I think for the one we have coming up next weekend, I think we already over like 40 vendors. So people already know I'm gonna be there because I was there last month, right? And they said maybe they was coming back to the table. On top of the people that the 40 vendors are coming in, everybody individually is advertising for the event, right? Saying they're gonna be there. And maybe they just come to support their friend, and then they come through. You never know who life is gonna change. And even when people can't buy something at my table, I tell them to take my cards, because my cards have my podcast on it, it has my YouTube on it, and they can still reach all the resources, right? The book is a resource, but I'm sharing the same gist of information. You need to be saved, you need to be serious about your faith, you need to take chances, all these things, right? It's the same things, so they're still getting the information. And my podcast is specifically like even though I said I'm just doing it on the side, when I talk about why I do my podcast, it's literally to save lives. Because I've been so depressed I couldn't open my Bible. And that specifically is what that podcast is for. So I need to myself be more intentional about continuing to update it and not being complacent and just saying, okay, I uploaded some episodes that was good, right? Because that was my first ones that I did. So these will be even better, the newer ones. So, and it may be something that people want to come back to. Y'all, I was so sick one day. I don't know if I had the flu. I don't know what I had, but I was sick, or COVID. I was so sick. For a week, I could not move. Like, the only thing I did was take Arpi to school, to the bus stop, and pick Arpi up from the bus stop. I didn't do anything else but lay on my bed. I was that sick. And I almost called an ambulance a couple times. And I was so down, I had to use my own resource. That's what I knew that was doing what it was supposed to be doing. Because the thing I was looking for online, I could not find it. I was not looking for a sermon. I just wanted to hear words about God, and then I wanted to hear scripture. And every time I would look up podcasts, and I'm like, this is not what I want to do. This is not what I want to listen to. This is not what I'm like. I'm not in a mental space to listen to something that's like self-help, right? But I'm in a mental space where I want to hear about God. And I don't just want you to read the Bible to me. either. Because I could have just put on a Bible reading thing. But I don't know. For some reason, that was the niche, the specific thing I needed to strengthen me. And it worked. I would cry my eyes out. I was so happy I had found it. And it was my own stuff. So, you may never know. I get blessed when I be writing. I be like, ooh, I stop and start doing the praise dance. I'm telling you. All right.